Oh, good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
In breaking news tonight, the Earl of Stratford Thomas Wentworth has been executed to Tower Hill this morning.
This was after the Parliament, led by John Pym, resorted to a bill of attainder to get him for allegedly illegally raising an army in Ireland for Charles.
You may remember that 2 months ago Wentworth was charged with treason by John Pym in his Parliament. However, he was able to defend himself well enough in order to not feel the punishment.
We now cross live to an interview with Sir Edard Grey, a parliamentarian who was involved in the condemning of Wentworth.
Oh, hello, Simon. Yes, we've just beheaded Wentworth on charges that he was illegally raising an army in Ireland for the king to fund those damned bishops' wars. Yes, I did not enjoy the violence per se. I believe it was necessary for king, country, and parliament.
Well, there can be no doubts that the English-Scottish conflicts have felt their impact upon the English Parliament, as Charles Lightworth from Scotland reports on the long-term effects of the Bishop Wars. Good evening. We're here in the heart of Scotland to investigate their role in this time of English tension, as well as proving that the Bishops' Wars can be directly linked to the current schisms between King and Parliament. Earlier today, I talked to Johnny McFarden, leader of the Scottish Army, to investigate just what he has to say on this matter.
Well, I was a general in the First Bishops' War, and then I actually led their preemptive attack on Britain in the Second Bishops' War, in which I won the very decisive battle at Newburn that forced Charles I to sign the Treaty of Ripon, which gave us liberty of religion. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think a lot of English people, especially those Puritans, are very sympathetic towards our cause. Like, for example, it was more brought on by that Lord guy, you know him, and I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, you're the Englishman, that they really liked his reforms to the church. And a lot of those Puritans were in the British government, and I don't think they were really willing to give Charles I enough money to raise an army. That's why he had to turn to the Irish, and I don't think the Irish are actually Protestant. I think they're Catholic, and so that would have caused, I believe, some kind of fissures, I believe, yeah.
I also talked to Henry Shoebox, a parliamentarian famous for his dry wit and intelligence, also his baked apple crumble, about how the Bishops' Wars affected the mood in Parliament. Well, I think it's pretty clear to everyone in the entire civilised, decent-thinking world that Charles is a megalomaniac and he can't be trusted. He attempted to win a war that he obviously couldn't win in Scotland. It was a mistake to impose those religious values on them. They've always been independent. He appealed to us for money, for funding, which, A, we didn't have, and B, wouldn't let him. So he appealed to the Irish, the Catholic Irish. I think it pretty much confirms that he's a crypto-Catholic. He can't be trusted. Same with his wife. I then talked to Royalist George Pimblebum, famous for his input into the shampoo industry, about the Bishops' Wars.
Truly tragic, really. It's almost as if the people have abandoned their own king. Can you believe that? Oh, it's truly hideous. And the Parliament, almost run solely by those icky Puritan people who don't even like Christmas. They were talking of, I heard them, talking of banning Christmas. Can you believe that? I think it's atrocious that they would deny the king of funding. They would outright deny the king of armies. They wouldn't even, with his own armies, they wouldn't even properly train them. I mean, they'd underfund them. I believe some of them had leather helmets. Can you believe that? And then, because of that, there was discord among the army, and, my own platoon tried to kill me. Kid you not. I had to hack through scores of them before they stopped.
Got the message.
Yeah, before they got the message, indeed. Yes.
I then took it to the people, as it were, to discover what they thought of Charles, his policies, and Scotland's role in the crisis.
I can totally sympathise with them, because I think the king has been taking in all these reforms that are totally disagreeable, and I think Lords had a little bit of say in them, and I don't like that Lord, neither does all my friends. That's actually why my battalion deserted before the Battle of Newburn. We killed our commander. But we were hideously underfunded. Like, look at this. This is leather. What kind of helmet protects against an arrow if it's leather?
Madam,
Oh, yeah?
what do you think of Charles?
Oh, he's a right bugger, isn't he?
And I can't help but notice you seem to have rather lopsided breasts.
How dare you!
Troubling times. Troubling times indeed. Back to you, Jim.
Thank you, Charles. And now for a quick ad break.
Have you always wanted that luscious royalist look? Well, wait no more, for we have the shampoo for you. Look, it even has all those sciencey stuff you see in all those shampoo ads. Yeah, Royalist Shampoo. Shampoo of the royals.
Hello there, are you sick and tired of those dirty imperialists defeating you in those dogfights? Do you want to get back at them without spilling your own blood? Well, do I have the perfect thing for you? Now at Parliamentarian Peace Palace, we have new attack dogs! Look at this fine specimen right here, look how vicious she is. She would gouge your eyes out, and she would delimb you, and... order now!
And before we go tonight, we'll leave you with a quick viewers' poll that we asked last week. The question was, does Charles have as much political sense as a sea cucumber?
The vast majority said no, he does not.
No, he does not. Well, that's all from us tonight. Good night.
Good night.